real.i.see? Or do I really see? The tricky part about perception, and there's many of them, is what do we actually see with? So in perception, it's really the endocrine glands or the chakras that are the important part that we need to go through. So everybody thinks that we're looking through our own eyes, and that the iris is the most sensitive part of the body. So when someone says, oh, I don't know about that, or it's wrong, or whatever, people go into their victim not good enough stuff, or get some confidence, get past it. It's not helpful. It's very low vibrational, and it comes from insecurity. So essentially, that person, you can very quickly tell where their perception is located. So if they're coming from insecurity, always worried about money and jobs and safety and security and houses and all that sort of stuff, then it's like having a pair of sunglasses that they've taken from their base chakra or their root chakra or their coccyx gland and taken it over and putting it over their eyes. And they're looking through that lens as a filter. For myself and lots of guys, especially in tradies, but pretty much every guy, we're always thinking with our dick. Hang on, that's the sacral gland, reproductive system. We're perceiving through our reproductive system, our sacral. Or if we're always thinking we're great, we're so much in our mind, or what people call the ego, I don't really like the word. This is denigrating and negative approach on their own mind. They're looking through a lens through their mind. Ideally, we want to be loving up the heart and get up through enlightenment up the top. But it's like until they at least got up to the thyroid and then the ajna or the third eye, then that perception is unable to be awakened to a quality level, which will make things a lot easier and more joyful. So it's like having a pair of sunglasses blocking here 5, 6, 7 times, depending on where the person is at. So how can that person think clearly or have quality level perception? It's impossible. So do we see with our real eyes? Or are we looking through the lens of society or the system or matrix giving us real lies? Good one, eh? Thanks for the boys. And they've been helping me out with some wisdom. Always after more wisdom, and it comes from all sorts of sources sometimes, even if it comes from their coccyx gland. But wisdom is wisdom, no matter where it comes from. And if it resonates with you, go for it, use it, absolutely. So, and then we get into, sometimes on our journey, we might have some real allies, or re-allies. So they can help us and guide us and share and show us a few things that we might not have come across, that we might be a bit afraid of at first. But then when someone shows us with confidence and explains it, we go, oh yeah, that really worked for me, it's really good, thanks for that. Beautiful. But then we might need realization. So we need our soul to realize and really embody and be absolutely sure and confident with, because the energy or the consciousness goes through our body. So then we're absolutely 100% sure from our body, not from our mind. Slight difference there, big difference really. So we're going to need real eyes action, because the law of karma, or the law of Newton's second law, and every action is equal and opposite reaction. You know, you put your hand out to shake someone's hand, they do the same usually. You know, you help someone, they want to help you in return. Same idea. But our soul has to have some action. Whether we have grace in helping other people, or that's fantastic, but personally I think more internally empowered and helping yourself is the more better option, because then we can take action helping others to a greater capacity, because you've got yourself sorted already. So how many eyes have in the 7 chakras or glands have we realized and got through? So that means that we have to have our hormone secretions from those glands in those areas pretty much sorted out. So we have to master our metabolism. Yoga is amazing, herbalism, quality nutrition for your body type, chiropractic treatment, all of these things really are essential to enlightenment, to get that spinal alignment solid and the nervous and the chakra system and endocrine system functioning, because then we start to realize and perceive with not just our emotional imbalances, which are generally organ imbalances, or we if we've got a big gut with a bunch of crapola in there, well then we're going to be always thinking about our crap and saying words like shit all the time. Lots of people do it. So by fixing up these particular areas, we're more safe and comfortable and powerful, and we can actually have loving relationships, and we're not constantly trying to shag everything that moves, which we do it more gracefully, more stylish, more from an enlightened perspective, which is a big advantage. So, real I see. How much do I see, and which eye do I see with? Or whereabouts am I in my chakra and system and energy alignment? Then we can start to perceive with our greater and more subtle parts of our body. And I can tell you, it's absolutely freaking amazing. So with the joy, the bliss, the ecstasy, and the beautiful feelings that are in the subtleties of the body, we have to wake them up. We've been placed in a system and a society where most people are deadening their senses and destroying them on a regular basis. So we have to take control of our own senses and awaken those 5 elements, plus a relaxed nervous system, and then we get to our chakra system, because most people aren't even aware of these things. And even if they are, they might read it, but they don't take action to sort it out and improve. And that's where we get the real improvement. Because every action we take takes an equal and opposite reaction that is beneficial for our soul. It's also inertia. Get the ball rolling, and we feel great. We want to make more little improvements to keep feeling great. So, what's that thing that you've been considering making an improvement on? And now we can just say, get through past the head. We've given ourselves permission, my permission if you like. Get it done. Get on the phone, book it, pay for it, make it happen. Because that inertia, that helping yourself, will help others in a flow-on effect in your world. So, real I see. How am I going with my self-realization?